Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In the past, I made some videos talking about style mistakes I've made. And for today's video, I thought it would be fun to go back and talk about some of the styling ideas I've been using in my wardrobe to fix those style mistakes. I feel like the word style mistakes is really harsh, and all I mean is that the outfits I used to wear didn't quite work out for my lifestyle or the way I wanted to dress. Today's video is really about talking through some style tips, trying out some new things, and hopefully we can all figure out how to dress more aligned to how we want to dress and our own style. The first style mistake I made and fixed is overmatching my pieces together when I'm building an outfit. So at the most extreme, I'm talking about things like trying to match the color of my bag to the color of my shoes or my belt. In a more subtle way, I used to put together an outfit by, for example, starting with my top. If that was more dressy, then I would pair it with a more polished bottom, so the vibe would be cohesive. When in fact, it's very possible to create outfits by using more contrasting pieces. I'm gonna start today with a pretty everyday look for me. I've got on my matching black accessories, and I feel like this is a very classic look. You really can't go wrong. But at the same time, I feel like it's almost a wasted opportunity because what I can do is that I can swap out one of these pieces for a different color and texture and just add a little bit more interest to an everyday look. I'm popping on these suede loafers in a dark brown, and even just this little change makes this outfit more elevated because we've just got that one more texture and color going on in this outfit. I popped on a couple of necklaces for this outfit, and what I'm trying to do is to combine the minimal aesthetic of my clothes and channel in a slightly different aesthetic as well. So jewelry is a bit more playful with the color and the beads, and I love combining that playfulness with the minimal aesthetic to create something that feels a bit more fun and creative. If you're getting bored of different pieces in your wardrobe, channeling a slightly different aesthetic and combining that with your usual look, I think is a great way to switch things up. This outfit here is a really good example of when I feel like matchy-matchy actually works. And because I love the black with the red so much, I really love that it repeats in different places. However, I don't feel like this is the only way to make this base layer work, and I just want to change up the accessories to show you how other combinations can also work. I had this bag on my rail, and I feel like this brown color looks really nice with the red top. So this is a combination where we've got brown and black, but I think it works really well together. This is my alternative look, so I've changed out my black belt for a suede, very warm brown belt. So mixing brown and black here, and even though I feel like the colors don't perfectly match, this is a bit more neutral, this is very warm, the shoes are black, this is brown. I still like the general look of this outfit. Sometimes when I say an outfit is too matchy-matchy, I'm talking about looks like this one, where from head to toe, I am super casual. Let's change these trousers for a silk skirt instead. This outfit is a lot closer to my own style and how I normally approach casual dressing. I've got two formal pieces, two more casual pieces. I always like to have that good mix. My next style mistake is that I used to not pay enough attention to how things felt on. And this can be in terms of the comfort of the fabric, or it can just be in terms of the cut and design of the piece. The first example that comes to mind is that whenever I wear a top or a dress with a wider neckline, it often moves. It'll fall a little bit too low or go to the side, and I would find myself constantly adjusting it during the day. And the item just became such a nuisance to wear. If I think about fabric, I'll never forget this time when I wore this synthetic long sleeve, midi length separate set to uni, and it was absolutely suffocating. That day was probably a turning point in my style because I vowed I would never wear something as uncomfortable as that ever again. I wanted to find something in my wardrobe that had a fussy neckline so I can show you what I'm talking about, but I actually don't own anything like that anymore. So the closest example will be this dress I tried on in store a couple of months ago. This one had a really large neckline, and this is exactly the kind of shape that I tend to fidget a lot with. Needless to say, that was one of the reasons why I didn't buy that dress. But I wanted to show you this dress I'm wearing because it has a lot of features I now look for. This dress has a really nice neckline, meaning that I can zip it up or zip it down, but either way, I don't have to fidget. The second thing I love about this dress is that it has pockets. And now with pockets, I almost never put anything inside, but I find them functional because I can put my hand in my pocket, and I don't know, sometimes throughout the day, I don't know where to put my hands. This is such a strange thing to talk about, but I just put my hand in my pocket and they have a place to go. And it's why I appreciate any kind of dress or pant that has a working pocket. When we think of comfort, we usually think of loose styles in good fabrics, but I feel like good design where you feel at ease in the clothing is also a part of being comfortable. I could ramble about this topic for ages, but I do feel like if I'm feeling comfortable in my clothing, I just tend to be a bit more confident. I don't fidget as much. Sometimes my posture even gets better. I have a tendency sometimes to slouch a little bit. So when I'm feeling comfortable and confident, my posture is much more likely to be open and better. And these are all things that make us look better in our clothes as well. I've just popped on this dress I got from Sezane a few years back. And the reason is because this style is very similar to that really uncomfortable outfit I wore at uni. It was a separate, but the look of it was similar. And this is ridiculously comfortable. It's this really lightweight, very stretchy material. I wanted to show you this outfit because this tip is not about always wearing, really oversized lounge clothes. You can still get dressed up and do nicer outfits, but just pay attention to the fabrics that will give us more comfort and then choose these fabrics and these styles. The difference between this one and that one is just that this is lighter, it has more stretch, and these things honestly make the biggest difference for a dress or for an outfit like this one. With the neckline of this dress, it is very open, but because this dress is tight, it doesn't move around too much, and little details like that means that I'm just not gonna fidget with this dress while wearing it. One of my more transformative style fixes is that I started factoring in what shoe I'm gonna wear that day while I was building my outfit, as opposed to it being an afterthought as I was running out the door. So the reason for this is that shoes can make or break an outfit. I mean, as cliche as that is, it's kind of true. But before we start, I want to say that none of my shoes are uncomfortable. If my shoe has a heel, it's always a block heel, and often it has a platform at the front, making it as comfortable as it can be. If I'm wearing a shoe that has a taper, it always is very comfortable and it's never pinching me on the sides or causing any kind of discomfort or pain. That's really important to say because this is not a tip that only applies for those willing to wear impractical shoes. I think there is a way around it, and I feel like I've done that in my wardrobe. These pants I'm wearing right now are kind of hard to style in that they're very structured and very wide. So with the sneakers, because the sneakers are also kind of wide and chunky, I feel like it's just too much oversized on the bottom half. Immediately with these loafers, I feel like this outfit looks a lot more wearable just because these loafers have a fairly slim shape. They're a bit longer and they taper in slightly at the front. Because of that, it has a slightly more elongating feel compared to the other shoe. With the white sneakers, they were also in a contrasting color, so it really broke the line of the outfit, whereas these black shoes are closer to the navy pants and it kind of continues the line visually. These are the shoes I'm wearing. I don't normally find square toe shoes very flattering, but because these taper in a little bit, they feel much more elongating. If I wasn't doing a lot of walking and I could wear a heel, then the heel would definitely be my favorite choice. This one gives me a lot of height and it really helps balance out these wide leg trousers and make them feel more wearable. This is one of my most basic looks, a navy top or cardigan into a trouser. And if I wore this outfit with heels like this one, it honestly looks too dressy for most places I go. If I work somewhere casual and I wanted to wear this to work, that's perfectly fine. But for weekends, for weeknights, I would definitely want to dress this outfit down to make it more wearable. These shoes are of course really comfortable and really practical, so it means that I can take some of my dressy clothes and wear it more often in a casual setting. So this is the perfect way to use shoes to dress an outfit down, and I do trousers and sneakers all the time. Let me show you with this outfit a little kind of shoe dilemma I've had in the past. My issue with this look right now is that it feels very awkward where the skirt ends and where the boot starts. I don't really get that elongated feel, and instead I feel like I've been cut off, like where the skirt and boot meet. The solution for this is definitely to go for a higher pair of boots, so something that reaches above where the skirt ends, and by doing that you'll get a more seamless look and it won't feel like it's cutting you off kind of mid-calf. These are the tallest boots I own. I don't have anything knee-high or thigh-high, so instead I'm just going to change my shoe completely. By changing out the boots for these loafers, I feel like we no longer get that awkward cutoff around the calf. If I was up for wearing a heel, I would definitely reach for these. I feel like these obviously give more height, so that is really elongating. Because the shape is round and it scoops like lower on the foot, it really does elongate the leg a little bit more than the loafers. And then yes, it has an ankle strap. I feel like ankle straps are generally seen as being quite unflattering because it does cut off the leg. But I find that on my shape, I don't really mind the strap too much. So this is my favorite. I think the loafers are okay. And then I wouldn't do the boot. I wanted to show you what it would look like if I went for a longer skirt that basically extends over the burgundy boots. It's really amazing to me what the right shoe pairing can do. This one looks very seamless. If I saw this on the street, I just wouldn't look twice. It's very natural and I just feel like it works. Whereas if I was wearing the other outfit where it cuts off, I honestly keep looking at myself thinking something is wrong here and something doesn't quite flow. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any like shoe hacks of what works and what doesn't. But I found the boots one to be one of the most obvious cases where a shoe can just absolutely ruin an outfit. Next up, I want to talk about going overboard with oversized clothing. I know some of you guys out there like wearing oversized head to toe, and I mean, I can relate to that because I also love it. But there comes a point for my own style and what I'm looking for where I feel like things aren't as balanced as what I want. And it's kind of at this point that I start to rein it back a little bit and try to make oversized feel more wearable in my wardrobe. I've got on a very oversized outfit right now and I don't hate it. But for me, I do want more balance and I want to be able to see some shape in the outfit. I've changed my small to medium bag for a mini bag, and I find that having a mini bag really helps with the proportions of the look. I've gone for a little dainty belt here, and it's important for me that this is not wide. I don't want something chunky. I really want it to be dainty and thin to balance out the larger shapes. If it's possible, I would also roll up my sleeves a little bit so you can see a little bit of shape through the body. I just feel like long sleeves, long pants, oversized is just too much material. So I need some part of the body to show, whether that's just like a wrist or an ankle or some definition in the body to show through. This is a really common way that I wear oversized. I pair an oversized item, in this case the pants, with a very fitted top. So one oversized, one fitted is a really safe combination that I usually reach for when I'm getting ready. I've also used some other things to balance it out. The dainty jewelry adds something delicate and small to balance out the bigger shapes. I've purposely worn sneakers even though a heel might look better, just because I know a lot of the time I wear oversized because I want to be comfy, cozy, and I didn't want the heel to take away from the comfort element. This is my final oversized look, and this time I've gone for an oversized top or jacket versus pants. I'm using all of the style tricks I talked about. So we've got very fitted on the inside, fitted top, and then my skirt is a bias cut, so it does have a slim fitted shape to the body. So slim on the inside and then oversized jacket. This might be because I've worn much more oversized outfits, but this to me feels balanced in the sense that we've got fitted pieces, we've got an oversized shape, and everything feels good to me. If you like wearing oversized clothing and you're just looking for a little bit more balance, I feel like some of these styling tips I can always rely on for any oversized look. My next style mistake is that for a long time, I was wearing someone else's wardrobe classics instead of my own. So I would do a little bit of shopping on the e-commerce site or in store, and there would always be this section that was labeled wardrobe classics or staple pieces. And I would look there and try to find items I could wear every single day. I know now, after a lot of experimenting and mistakes over the years, that my staples are cardigans, midi skirts, wide leg trousers, and my staples look like this. I encourage you guys, if you don't know already, to work out what your wardrobe staples are. And my biggest guide for this is that you should never feel average when you're wearing staples. They should make you feel elevated and put together, and you should feel nice in them, like they're your own style. If you don't feel this way, then maybe you are not wearing the perfect staples for your style. Every day I see people wear this white t-shirt, blue jean combination, and they look great. I can see that they're really comfortable, at ease, wearing something that's minimal and their own style. The problem for me is that these don't really fit in with my style, so I don't feel comfortable and confident wearing these items. And I want to show you some of the key pieces for me in my wardrobe that serve this type of function but are much more my style. One of my alternatives to denim would be a midi or maxi skirt. So I wear denim kind of occasionally, so it's not a staple, but midis and maxi skirts absolutely are. I reach for them year round, around, and then multiple times during the week as well. And I match them with pretty much everything in my wardrobe. A replacement for the white t-shirt in warmer weather will be a white blouse. And then in cooler weather, as opposed to the t-shirt, I like to wear these really thin merino knits. I have a navy one from Uniqlo, I have this one, and these are some of the pieces that I wear the most in my wardrobe. Another basic or staple item in my wardrobe will be these loose, relaxed pieces of knitwear. I like knitwear that is slightly chunky, but at the same time not too thick, so it has more versatility. All of my staple pieces in my wardrobe tend to have a bit more detail, whether that is like buttons or a specific or unique cut. It always has something that stops it from being too simple. No one will be surprised when I say wide leg trousers are a huge staple for me. It can kind of range from being slightly wide to more extreme, but these shapes I really love to wear with a fitted top. And these are also an alternative to denim because I wear these when I'm working from home. I wear them when I want to get dressed up for dinner, and they basically take me to any occasion. When the pants or a top is able to match with pretty much the majority of my wardrobe, if not all of my wardrobe, then I know I have a winner. Thank you so much for watching this video today, and let me know if you enjoyed it. I feel like there are so many style tips that I haven't covered yet, and I would love to do that if you enjoyed today's video. If you have a moment, I would love for you to go give this video a like, consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this, and I'll see you next week. Bye.